long-term results. And the reason is because people who are successful long-term, they think years, not days, not weeks.
So hello guys, I have here Brendan Boyd. I hope I said that right.
Correctly.
Chairman 50. Sometimes in my team I say Boyd instead Boyd. Everybody laughing at me. Brendan is actually our leader. I think this guy is most disciplined person I ever met. I really appreciate him for organization or for the organizing.
Mm-hmm.
You always answer back. That's something I never seen before. You're very fast, and I think you're a big inspiration for our team because you're a person who built a business, right?
Yeah.
But you're also trading.
Correct.
And that's what most of the people cannot balance, right?
Yeah.
So you are close to Chairman 100,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
And you are 39 years old.
39. Yep.
Yes.
Turning 40 in June.
So from me, the first question is, how do you balance trading and building?
Yeah. I think that's a question I get a lot is you got a big family, you're trying to trade and be successful, and that takes laser focus, but you also want to hit the upper chairman ranks. And the way I've done it, I can tell you, is by having a calendar. It sounds very simple, but that calendar tells me what to do. It tells me to go to the gym. It tells me to do personal development. It tells me it's time to trade. It tells me you now got the rest of the day to do the business side, so it's open for business. It tells me to take my kids on a date. It tells me to spend time with my wife. And I know some people think that's funny, like you actually scheduled time with your wife? Yes, because what I tell people is if you don't schedule time with your significant other, someone else may schedule time with them.
Oh.
And so I tell people that you definitely want to schedule it, because if you don't schedule it, it's probably not going to happen. Let's be real. You get so busy doing stuff. And so my calendar is really what helps me be the family man, work on my mindset, work on the business, and work on the trading. There's 24 hours a day, whether you're the president or whether you're just someone in a company like myself. Everyone's got the same amount of time.
Amazing, amazing. Brendan, how many years are you doing network marketing?
So I joined October 1999, so it's been 21 years. It's been an amazing experience. I've made a lot of money, millions of dollars in the industry. And I wouldn't say it's necessarily just the time, it's the lives that have been impacted. That's really made the biggest difference. It's just so many people all across the world have come and some have gone. But seeing how many people's lives have been affected in positive ways has been the main thing.
I have another question because all my members, they do morning routine. I am teaching them to do morning routine. What is your morning routine? How does it look like?
So on a typical morning, especially during the week, I wake up about 4:30 in the morning, which for some people is very early, but that all depends on what time that you go to bed. I try and get to bed between 10 and 11, which is not always easy because of having kids and trying to spend time with my wife. You know, it could be close to 11. So 5, maybe 6 hours of sleep on average. So I get up, I have oatmeal every morning. I might have some scrambled eggs. The first thing I do is I do personal development. So I read a book. I read actually a couple books, listen to audios. I go to the gym by 5:45. And then from that time, I work out for about 45 minutes. So I've worked on my mindset. I've worked on my spiritual side, which is like the meditation and prayer. Then I've worked on my physical body for 45 minutes. And then after that, I actually get to my office and I trade. So I trade the New York session. And at that time, morning motivation starts. And so I do a 10-minute call where we inspire people 5 days a week. And so that's kind of that routine. And I pretty much stick to that 5-6 days a week. On the weekend, I allow myself to chill a little bit more, to be a little bit more relaxed. It's just like with nutrition. You don't want to be eating every single meal where it's just perfect. It's nice to have a cheat meal here and there. And I do the same on the weekend with my schedule as well, allowing a little bit more flexibility.
Also, are you having some checklist when you trade or something?
So I have a checklist that I've memorized. So I wrote down a checklist of basically what I do to be successful trading, what I do, but also what I stay away from. And here's what I found. When I follow the checklist, I do well.
Mm-hmm.
When I deviate from the checklist, I don't do well. Lose almost every time. And so I think it's important as a trader to have your rules,
Mm-hmm.
the checklist, the rules in place, and that I follow those rules. Because when I follow those rules, trading is a lot more fun.
Wow, wow, amazing. How does a checklist look like? What is...
It's just on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So I just have it on my phone. If you forget to look at it on your phone, then I tell people to print it out on a piece of paper
Mm-hmm.
and put it next to you. So if you're trading from your phone or if you're trading from your laptop or something like that, have that list next to you so that you can actually refer to it
Mm-hmm.
as a constant reminder of what to do and what not to do.
Amazing, amazing. So, what is your vision for future?
When I think of the future, I'm thinking 5 years down the road, because it's too hard to say, oh yeah, 10, 20, 30 years, because we really don't know kind of how life is going to be. So I think like 5 years at a time. What I say is one of my goals over the next 5 years is to retire over 1,000 families in 5 years from their jobs. So giving them the flexibility and the ability to live life on their terms, to live life with purpose but also on purpose. So that way that they could actually go after some of the things that they've been wanting to, but they haven't been able to simply because they've been stuck in a job, doing something they don't like for people that they don't like. And so that's one of the desires I have over the next 5 years is 1,000 families retire from their jobs over the next 5 years.
Amazing, amazing. Is this only your one business, or do you have other businesses?
I have had other businesses, but here's what I've found. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. That's what the good book says. If you try and catch two rabbits, you probably won't catch either one. And so what I've found is we got people who are average in 5 things, they're elite in 0. So I said, if you want to be successful, especially in a business like this, it takes laser focus, a lot of effort to be successful. So there was a book called The One Thing. If you just focus on one thing, how far could you go? But we got too many people focusing on all these different things, and they're not really being very successful in any one of them. They're not elite in any of them. They're average in all of them, or below average. So this is the only business I have. I build the business, the affiliate side, and I trade. That's all I do. And if I can't make passive income from it, I'm not interested.
Yeah, I noticed this, that people have problem to focus. I think it's maybe because it's a fear, the distraction, maybe the FOMO.
Yeah.
And I always try to be focused in my mind, and I realized that it's something so hard, but if you train it, you really start seeing the distractions.
Yep.
You can like zoom out,
Yeah.
zoom out. Yeah, honestly, I improve my morning routine, I become more disciplined, I become planning all my day, and I start teaching this to all our members because of you. Because last time when you were here, I got inspired, and I saw that if you have vision, but you don't have the system, it'll be just vision.
Yeah.
And then I start seeing that I need to rely on the system, not on myself, not on the emotions.
Correct.
Yeah. And I felt it like so strongly. I was like, okay, exactly. When I have the step-by-step list, as you have it, I can trust it. I can see where I will be if I follow it.
So some people, especially some people watching this, you may be a person, I don't like a list. And that's fine. What I will tell you is this, you won't accomplish as much. So maybe you're able to be successful without having a list or goals or targets. But what I will tell you is this, there's no billionaire on the earth, including Jeff Bezos of Amazon, that don't have some kind of list. Of course they have a blueprint for their day, their week, their month, their 10-year plan, right? So if you want to be successful long term, you need to be able to work from a priority list on a daily basis. What are my top 5 priorities for the day? Because if you don't have a list, you will work for somebody who has a list. That's the bottom line.
That's true, yeah. So right now we are in Prague. We had yesterday an event. From the first time when you were here, we went from 50 people to almost 350. How do you see it? Are you happy with that?
Yes, I thought, well, first of all, the first event we had was small. This one was great. The next one's going to be even bigger. This is probably the most beautiful city I've ever seen in Europe, by the way, so we will be coming back again. I see this city and the people here expanding significantly over the next 12 months, because first it starts with vision, second it starts with partnering with the right people, third you got to plug into the right system. I believe we have a great system, we have phenomenal leadership, but there's leaders who are watching this right now who are not a part of what it is that we're doing right now. They want to be a part of it. You want to change your life. You want time freedom, debt freedom, financial freedom for your life, and that's something that we can provide. So I see this city blowing up. Especially with what we're doing. We're teaching people how to trade currency. This is something that people are interested in doing.
I 100% agree with you, because I'm observing all the process. I'm observing the people in my team, how they grow mentally, how they grow in their life, also in relationships. And so now I feel it's not about the business, it's not about the money, but it's about to feel the happiness, because you see other people growing, and it's really amazing. And I also want to ask you the last thing. You know, when people start doing a business, especially this kind of business, it's not really easy, right?
Right.
There is a lot of people, there's a lot of hate or jealousy, right? Many people try to betray you. And we also went through it, yeah?
Yeah.
And it changed us a lot. But I want to hear your story. Did you have this in your business? I know that you also lost some people. And
when I got started, I did what a lot of people do, and that is I went to my sphere of influence, family, friends, co-workers, etc. Immediately I found I was up against a brick wall. I called it the Berlin Wall. And resistance, scam, pyramid scheme, all those kind of things. Luckily I was not part of the NFL club, which is not the National Football League, it's No Friends Left club. I did not have that happen. But I definitely felt the resistance and the pain that came from that, because these are close friends. They went from wanting to talk to me to no longer wanting to talk to me. And when I realized that that group that I had was not necessarily the group of friends that was going to take me to the next level of life. They were from my past, right? But in order to get to a better future, that means I needed a new sphere of influence. I needed new friendships. And the way I was able to get those new friendships was by being a part of the business and looking for like-minded individuals who thought the same way that I did, who had goals. And that's what changed. So yes, in the beginning, if you're going to promote something like this, you may lose a few friends, but for some of you, you probably need to lose a few friends. These are friends that are actually keeping you down from being where it is that you actually want to be. These are friends who are keeping you comfortable in your discomfort. And so you need above average people that are going somewhere in order to take you to that next phase that you desire to have for your life.
I 100% agree with you. I really experienced this, that we are one of the 5 closest friends, right? And immediately you start feeling that if you want to grow, you need to separate yourself.
Yes.
That's why when I was imagining my future, I spent 2018, really, I separate myself. I was listening audio every single day, trying to brainwash myself over and over and over. And I remember last time I asked you how you are like spending the best time with yourself.
Yeah.
And you said with the personal development.
Yeah.
That was something I was like, wow.
The time in the morning is my personal time. It's where it's quiet. No one's bothering me. My wife is not even awake. My kids aren't awake. And that's where I get that precious, what I call sacred time. It's sacred time for me, kind of in the dark, in the quiet, for me to be working on my mindset and be thinking about things that are important. And so I choose that time. It may be different for you, but that time actually works for me in the morning time.
Perfect. I just want to say a big massive thank you to you, because we will not be here where we are right now without you, and I'm looking forward for cooperation.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to working with you guys as well. There's so many phenomenal leaders here, but look, we're global. We're all over the world. We want the chance to work with winners, people that are hungry for success. I tell people all the time, I want to work with individuals that are hungry for more. And I know people watching this that you're probably very hungry yourself, but you don't know where to go, who to talk to, or the system to plug in. We've got that system. for you. So I'm looking forward to getting a chance to continue to work with you, man.
Thank
It's
you
gonna
so
be
much.
fun. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you too.
We'll see you guys at the top.
Amazing.